Another episode of Mog Plays. In celebration of the return of Freddy, not Freddy Fazbear, Freddy Krueger, we're going to be playing some Five Nights at Freddy's, as in Freddy Fazbear. But what's up, guys? It's been a minute since we played Five Nights at Freddy's. I know it's been a while. We've been on the RPG train, playing a lot of Final Fantasy. We played a little bit of horror with Resident Evil Code Veronica. And I've been definitely sinking my teeth deep into Star Fox. You guys well know we've been on a bunch of shit, but yeah, we've sort of like neglected horror a little bit. But with the announcement of the new Freddy Krueger movie, or A Nightmare on Elm Street, which is my favorite movie of all time, the original, we're gonna get scared. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and hop into, what night were we on? Night 3, I think. I can't tell you. As soon as I started setting things up, my heart started beating so fast. And I hope you guys like the new lighting. I got like some new lights in the room and whatnot. So I'm gonna be experimenting and trying different things out, different colors, different stuff. I got like at least 4 lights, including the one behind me, the neon black mage light too. So I mean, it's all about creating the vibe, and since we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's 4, oh dude, I honestly love it because it's so dim in here, and I like to play like scary games in the dark, so it's like not too bright. It's perfect. So cinematic, very cinematic. So anyways, let's go ahead and hop into Five Nights at Freddy's 4 and lock in. I don't know if I'm ready for this, guys, to be honest. I feel like I should have at least wiped my glasses or something. Let me get a drink of water. Because you know damn well my fucking palms are gonna get all clammy and shit. And then if I gotta like lock in, well, in this game your eyesight is not like as needed as your ears are, but oh yeah, you gotta also like check to make sure my headphones are in the right sides. Damn, it's so dark in here, I can't even fucking read it. All right, we're gonna just have to fucking guess. Oh shit, no, they're backwards. Ha! Dude, I would have been hearing on the wrong side. That would have been so fucking bad. Anyways, let's go ahead, hop into night 3, Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Oh my god, I don't remember how to do this. Okay. Okay. I don't like this already. I can hear footsteps. Dude, why the fuck are you not fucking doing what I'm saying? Oh my god, these controls suck. Come on, bro. Oh my god, shine the light. Shine the fucking... How do you... Dude, I'm getting fucking pissed off. Dude, I can't even get the damn things to fucking work on me right now. Like, how the fuck? Okay, so like, how did I shine the light last time? It's just that. That's all you have to do is just... Get the fuck out of there, dude. I couldn't fucking get this to work. No! Fucking bitch. Oh god. I do not like this. I'm already regretting playing this game. Ah! Fuck! God damn it! Oh I'm already regretting playing this game. Oh my god, my hands are sweating so bad. I was getting so upset because I couldn't remember the controls. Like, shit, I kept like thinking that you had to hold down the down button when you're like looking behind you, and you don't. You just have to press it one time. Like, god, like I was starting to panic. I was actually starting to panic. I was getting so frustrated. My heart fucking stopped as soon as Foxy got me. I don't even know. Like, this is, I don't even know why we're playing this game. Why? Like, we might as well just quit right now. I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it. It's too scary. Too scary. Oh, fuck. This is so much better when I have people in chat to help me. Oh, I'm all alone. No one here besides me. Okay. Dude, how the hell am I gonna do this again? My heart stopped, dude. I do not like this. Oh! God, why? Oh my god, what the fuck? I thought I heard. I honestly thought I. Okay, so like sometimes I get like the inkling of a feeling like something's there because I can like sort of hear breathing, but I like doubt myself. Like I think I talked about this before. Like, you can't trust your ears. Oh my god, my heart just jumped. I was like about to. Oh, dude. God, why am I playing this game? Oh my god, all this because I'm just trying to give myself nightmares. I'm just trying to give myself nightmares. Oh, dude. Mm-mm. Don't go in there. Oh my god. It's not even fucking one. Oh my god. I don't like this. God damn it! This game is so hard! Oh, I'm about to give up on this one. Can we just play sister location? Dude, I don't know. The mechanics on this one are so hard. Like, it's just that I can't trust my ears, and like, there's just too much to do. I can't get the patterns right. It's so scary, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh God, I just have to. Okay, like. Okay, so like. Oh gosh, let me just like, let me breathe for a second. This is so no bueno. So no bueno. Fuck my life. I didn't even make it till 1 o'clock? Ah! Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't even fathom how we're gonna make it through nights 3, 4, 5. We have 3 fucking nights to get through. How the fuck did I get through nights 1 and 2? Like, how the fuck did I do it? I don't... yeah, this shit's fucking crazy, dude. This is the shit nightmares are made of. And it's like, fuck. I don't want to fucking go there, dude. Seriously, like, come on. Oh my God. Damn it, Chica, get the fuck back. Oh, how do I survive Foxy? How do I survive Foxy? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Ah, what am I doing wrong? Ah, I don't know. Shit. Do I have to look up a guide for this? Because I swear to God, I swear to fucking God, please do not scare me anymore. Okay, let's look this up real quick. Let's see. 5 Nights at Freddy's 4 guide. I'm like so scared. Okay, night 3. Night 3 is pretty much the same as before, just more difficult. I would go on... Okay, whatever. Okay, so it says... Foxy most likely won't be seen here. However, there's a chance he will appear. So let's go over it now and get out the way. If you see the closet door slightly move, Foxy has entered your closet. Immediately run to the closet and use the flashlight. If his head is sticking out, immediately shut it. Wait 6 to 7 seconds, and then check again. If he's not retreated to the lower state, retreated to a lower state, body, plushie, shut the door again and wait another 1 to 3 seconds. He should have retreated to a lower state by now. Now, here's where it gets tricky. What you do next depends on when this happens. If he appears in the closet after the right door, follow the steps above. Check the left door as usual. Then check behind you for Freddy's minions, and immediately use the right door as normal. Then check the closet again, following the same steps. After, just repeat the same steps. However, if Foxy appears after the left door, you will need to first check the closet like we said. Then check behind you, check the right door, then check the closet. Notice how we just reached the same power we did in the first right door? Now this may seem overwhelming, and it should. Why? Because Night 2 usually doesn't focus much on Foxy. However, if Foxy comes, here is what you should do. The technique can be used on Nights 3 and 4 also. It's pretty much the same as before in Night 3, just more difficult. I would go on about how hard it is, but it all roots to Foxy. I already explained Foxy, so not much changes here. Just continue to use the same strategy and you might make it through after a few tries. To watch your key, I would just give you a reminder to watch your keys. There are two things that you're preventing me from going on: Foxy and the key mess ups. See, yeah, that's what the controls fucking mess me up every time too. That, cause like, I guess like, oh dude, like the seconds matter. Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can get through this, to be honest. I'm scared as shit. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't, stupid bitch! Oh, he's a plushie. Thank God. Fuck! Oh, man. See that fucking key mess up. Like, dude, I keep fucking pressing the wrong shit the wrong time, man. And then it costs you seconds, and that shit will fucking get you in trouble. Dude, like, I seriously was supposed to check if he was a fucking plushie, and I didn't. Like, so stupid. Don't. Key mess ups are gonna. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Damn it! I closed the door. I waited 6 seconds. I don't understand how I got caught. Like, why? I thought I did everything right in that regard, in that one. Like, whoa. Oh, gosh, I gotta breathe. Man, maybe we should play a different horror game. I'm a little too scared. Yeah, this nightmare is getting worse. This nightmare is getting worse. Let's try again. Oh my god. Mm-mm. I don't want to die, guys. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the fuck is that? Ugh. Oh, I got to like 3 a.m. on that time, right? At least 2, 3 a.m. God damn, dude. Like, I'm getting it. It's just, fuck, my hands are so sweaty and clammy. My heart is jumping. I'm just like, to be honest, I don't know if I can make it through this game. It's that fucking scary. Like, I know I did it through the other ones, but I just like don't feel as brave now. I don't know. This game is scarier than 1, 2, and 3 for sure. 3 was the easiest. 2 was freaking mechanically like like fucking little bastard talking about Balloon Boy. And then like number 1, obviously that was like super terrifying experience, but like once you get the system down, it's pretty alright. This is hard because you have to listen, dude, and I feel like I was doing everything right, but that cupcake got me. How the fuck did cupcake? How does the cupcake come about? Like, what's the cupcake? What's the story behind the cupcake? Like, let's figure that out. How do you survive the cupcake? All right, like, how does the cupcake work? The cupcake work in Five Nights at Freddy's 4. Yeah, this is the first one. If you fail to check the right door, hear her breathing, or flash the light while she is in your room, she will launch the cupcake to scare and kill you. So, Chica's proximity indicator. When Nightmare Chica manages to sneak into the player's bedroom, she doesn't attack you, always attack directly. Often she will let the cupcake off her tray. The cupcake essentially becomes a surrogate of Chica. If the player turns around and spots the cupcake sitting on the bed, It indicates that Chica is in the room and preparing to attack. If the player turns their back to the bed for too long or shines a flashlight directly at the cupcake Chica while she's in the room, the cupcake will violently lunge at the player's face. The cupcake is the only animatronic accessory in the game. Okay, how to prevent it. Listen closely at the right hall for heavy, raspy breathing. If you hear breathing, hold the door button for a few seconds to keep her out. Never flash the light while she is breathing at the door, as this triggers an instant jump scare. Occasionally check the bed by holding to sweep the room and ensure cupcake hasn't been deployed. Oh my god, okay, this is so hard. Okay, how to beat Freddy 4. Sound. Core strategies. Approach a door and listen for 3 to 5 seconds without turning on the light. If you hear heavy breathing, hold the door shut until you hear footsteps indicating they've walked by. Oh, so that's what the footsteps are. If there's no breathing, flash your light. The bed. Periodically turn around, face the bed, and hold your flashlight to clear out the little Freddys. If you ignore them for too long, Nightmare Freddy would jump scare you. On night 3 and beyond, Foxy will occasionally enter your closet. Whenever you check the bed, also run to the closet. Hold the door shut for about 6 seconds, and then let go to reset him. Door, bed, closet. Okay, door, bed, closet. Okay, ready? One, two, three. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Fucking bitch! Oh, god damn it. Oh. I don't think I got it in me, guys. This is getting so hard. Oh. I don't have the morale for it. I mean, oh god. I'm wondering if we should just switch games. Like, I'm actually really scared. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I can handle the nightmare. Like, oh my god, it's so scary. So scary. Oh, I've been through so much trauma. I don't know if I could do it. I need to, like, oh gosh. Bobby. Where's my Bobby? Okay. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Like, I'm actually scared. Like, we can go and play something else that's scary, but the jump scares. They're just... One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fucking bitch, Bonnie! Fuck! Oh my god. Oh my god, my hands. Damn, they're claiming as shit. I'm like genuinely scared, guys. Like I'm smiling, but I'm scared as shit. Like I can't. I almost like I can't even. I'm almost like I felt like I'm putting myself through like so much trauma. Gosh, it's like so scary, so fucking scary. All right, let's go again, I guess. This is worse than. Why am I doing this? No more, please. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, no one. Two, three, 4, 5. Oh, fucking bitch! I knew I should have checked the fucking closet. Fuck! Oh my god. Ah. Night 3 is no joke. Night 3 is no joke. Oh, fuck. Man, we got to 3 a.m. though, guys. 3 a.m. We just had 3 more hours. It's. I think I'm starting to get it. I know it's super scary. I'm trying to tough it out. I've like literally been debating whether or not just to quit because I was just like, I'm so scared. But yeah, let's try again. Fucking Foxy, damn it. Oh, dude, it's because when they were breathing, I could hear them. Now I know how they sound when they're breathing, dude. I think I could do it. Fuck. All right, I think we're getting in deep. I was just like sort of like scared because I was like not sure I could handle the mechanics, but I think I'm starting to get it now. We got to 4 a.m. I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident in myself. I can trust my ears now because I know what I'm listening for. But at the same time, like, I'm closing the door and I'm not getting to shine light, but Foxy is the main one that's getting me right now. So, I mean, like, it's me against Foxy. I have to figure out a way to make sure that Foxy does not get me. Like, God, I just, like, want to hope that Foxy doesn't spawn too early, because it's just, like, hard to manage with the doors and stuff. Fuck, dude, like, this game is no joke, dude. This is definitely the stuff nightmares are made of. Fucking shit! Oh, dude. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. I just had to like push out a sigh, like, oh god, why am I doing this to myself? Oh, my Gold Ranger poster is falling off. Gotta stick it back onto the wall. Yeah, my freaking Power Rangers posters here, my favorite Ranger. Oh man. Whew. Breathe, Mark, breathe. Breathe, Mark, breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five, six. One, one, two, three, four, I did it! Oh my god! I got through knife 3! OMG. Thank God. Thank God. 2 days until the party. I can do it. He hates you. Who does? You have to get up. You can get out this time, but you have to hurry. Where's your plush toy? Mine is Spring Bonnie. My daddy says I can be careful with him or I will pinch my finger. He's a finger trap, he says. No, don't. You remember what you saw? The exit's the other way. Hurry and leave. You better watch out. I hear they come to life at night. And if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone. Why do you look so worried? See you at the party. Haha. Aren't you the kid who always hides under the table and cries? Haha. No one else is scared. Why are you? Stop being such a baby. Dude, it's terrifying, bro. Are you going to the party? Everyone's going to the party. Oh wait, you have to go. It's your birthday. Be careful. Tomorrow is another day. Fun with plush trap. Hold A to use flashlight. Use flashlight to stop plush slap. On the X, it skips 2 hours. Great! Awesome! Cool! It's already 2 a.m.? Fucking bitch! Fuck! Do I get that perk every single time? Oh no. Fuck! I couldn't hear anything! Damn it! Fuck! I didn't hear anything. Oh, usually there's like, you can hear something, but That time I didn't. Fuck. Oh man, night 4, guys. Whew. I'm getting used to it by now, though. Damn, remember earlier in the stream where I was like terrified? I was like so scared. I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna look so stupid on stream right now, like this fucking scared. Bonnie, fuck. Oh, dude, my head hurts. Is it because I'm wearing this cap? Ugh. Cutting off blood flow to my head. Just make my head all woozy. I feel so scared. I don't know if I can do this, guys. Oh, do you remember whenever I was so scared at the beginning of the stream? I was like, I can't do it. And then I got through night 4. Somehow. Somehow. Come on. We can do this. We get through night 4 tonight. We only have one more night left and then we get to sister location. Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, cupcake! Damn it! See, it's just because you're waiting, because I'm like spending too much time trying to like get rid of all the other monsters, dude. Sometimes it's like RNG, like, you know, like sometimes they spawn, like Foxy spawns a little too soon, and then you're like, oh man, now I gotta manage Foxy, and that's gonna take away time. That's why, like, being so precise with your key inputs is so important. Like, oh, I don't know, guys. I'm gonna give myself 30 more minutes to get night 4 done. Other than that, then we'll just say like night 3 is as far as you got it. Cause this one is hard. Fuck! Sometimes it's just like not obvious. Sometimes it's just not obvious. Like the breathing. You can hear it. Sometimes you're just like or like how the fuck did I know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Little plushies. Cupcake. Damn it! Oh, I got to 3 a.m. Got to 3 a.m. I was feeling so good in that one, too. Sometimes it's just luck, guys. Sometimes it's just luck. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Shit, dude. This game is so scary, dude. Fuck. So, like... Okay, so let's take a little break. I mean, like, I'm still gonna play another night. I'm still gonna play it, but I'm just gonna, you know, just talk to you guys for a second. Just sort of, like, get my mind out the gutter a little bit. And, just talk a little bit about Nightmare on Elm Street and my hopes for the new movie. Just the whole reason we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's tonight. Yeah, so I have a very, like, you know, close and intimate relationship with Freddy Krueger. It's my favorite horror series ever. The original Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite movie of all time. I'm a huge Wes Craven fan, to be honest. Oh, what are you doing in my house? Well, I'm trying to survive. That's what I'm doing. It's terrifying, to be honest. But yeah, super excited for the new Nightmare on Elm Street movie. So we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and we're gonna see if we could survive night 4 because things are absolutely bonkers. I will try. I will try to get out of your house because I do not want to be here. Oh, fuck. We didn't even get through the first hour that time. What the hell, man? Oh my god, please. Please give me some good luck next time. Yes, I got. Oh my god. Already? Go away. Please. Please. Okay. I don't hear anything. Fuck. Fuck. And fuck, Chica's already moving. Please. Oh my god. Oh my god. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Fuck yeah! That's what I'm talking about! We did it! Woo! My heart is beating fast! Oh. One day until the party. What the hell is all this? Please let me out. Please let me out. Please. Little boy's crying. Please let me out. Please let me out. Fun with plush trap. Use flashlight. Skip 2 hours if you get him on the X. Come on, plush trap, move. Too bad. Oh, all right. We're at night 5. Should we try to attempt to beat night 5 or just like save that for next time? Because I think this one might deserve a finale, but I don't know. We made it this far. I guess we can go. We gotta do this. What the fuck is that? Golden Freddy? Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Holy shit, dude. Is that like a rare encounter? I'm gonna look that up. That's crazy, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like, so, okay, so like what's, does Golden Freddy, Five Nights at Freddy 4. So in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, Golden Freddy appears as Nightmare Fredbear, the primary antagonist of Night 5. He is twisted yellow gold bear with sharp teeth and red eyes. Later in the game, he takes on a darker form known as Nightmare on Night 6. To survive the night against Nightmare Fredbear, you must listen closely to his laugh, which indicates he has moved to one of the hallways, the bed, or the closet. If he is in the hall, close the door immediately. If you hear footsteps directly after he laughs, he has teleported behind you, requiring you to flash your light on the bed. Oh my god, this is like a final boss, dude. So he's like the primary antagonist of Night 5. Oh gosh. I didn't think that oh, that's kind of cool. Like, it's a final boss. I closed the door. I did exactly what I was supposed to, I think. Okay, so how to survive Night 5. I'm gonna look this up. Oh my god. How to survive Night 5. The strategy works for defending against Fredbear in Night 6. Okay, the basic strategy. So, if you're not aware already, Fredbear does not breathe at doors like the other animatronics do. So once you get to the door, you can flash your light and close the door right away. No need to listen for breathing. Another thing you need to get out of your system before trying to do this strategy, using the flashlight in the hallway every time you go to the door. This is pointless while defending against trying to do the strategy using the flashlight in the hallway every time you go to the door. This is pointless while defending against Fredbear. All you need are your ears, a good pair of headphones. Listen for Fredbear's footsteps. Once you hear them, run to the door in the direction he ran to. Once you get to the door he ran to, close it immediately. Do not use your flashlight. Keep the door closed until you hear Fredbear either move to the other hallway or laugh. If you hear Fredbear move to the other hallway, open the door you're currently at and move to the other door and close the door. If you hear him laugh, well, it can mean one of three things, and I'll go over that in the next section. Fredbear laughs. If Fredbear laughs while you're at the door, he just quickly moved into quickly flash the light in your hallway to see if he's there. And when I say quickly, I mean less than half a second. If you flash the light too long, he happens to be in the hallway, he will jump scare. If Fredbear is in the hallway, you just flash, close the door, and resume the strategy as normal. If Fredbear is not in the hallway, he can be in one of three places: the bed, the closet, or the other hallway. Generally, if I find Fredbear's laugh, he appears in the bed or the closet, so check those two first, in that order: bed, then closet. If you hear Fredbear on the bed, turn on the light and keep it on until he disappears. Then continue the strategy as normal. What the fuck, dude? This is complicated. Listen for Fredbear running. If he runs to the left, check the door, and vice versa to the right. If he laughs while running, then go to the door he moves to. But if he laughs without running, check the closet or the bed, and maybe and vice versa. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. This is hard. Why is this like legitimately messing up? Okay, so let's go ahead and close that, and let's reopen OBS. Okay, literally just wait to hear footsteps. Damn it. Oh, I got to 1 a.m. that time. God, this is tough. Really tough. Okay. I think we're going to save this for another time. I need to, like, we made it through nights 3 and 4, guys. That was a doozy. I know I was, like, extremely terrified at the beginning. I was like, how am I going to do this? You know, and then, I mean, I got over it pretty quickly and then got into the groove of things, locked the fuck in, and we beat nights 3 and 4. Like, my hands are so clammy right now. I can't tell you, like, how scared and terrified I was, especially at the beginning with night 3. This is definitely the scariest one. I'd say after the first one. The first one's pretty damn scary. Like, it's like pure adrenaline and like pure paranoia. This one's also pure paranoia, but it's, I don't know, it's scarier because you have to trust your ears and you gotta like really like hear. And with this final boss, Fredbear or whatever, it's, yeah, like you have to hear his laughs, you got to hear his footsteps, and it's really complicated. So I want to do some reading up on it so that way whenever I come back, we can just like knock this out in one go. And typically that's how we run our Five Nights at Freddy's streams. We typically do these in like 3 sessions. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 has taken a bit longer because these nights are just crazy, man. Like these are like, yeah, they're just fucking nuts, especially with us having to hear. But we got through 3 the fastest. 1 and 2 were pretty much the same in terms of like we would do nights 1 and 2, nights 3 and 4, and then we would do night 5 at the night 5. But then typically we would do night 5 and then we would beat night 5 fairly quickly and then move on to the next game right after that. So like I feel like we can expect that to happen in the next one, but you know, like I'm gonna need some time to really hone in my strategy for beating Fredbear. I didn't know we were gonna be going up against like a final boss animatronic that's super dope, but like totally unprepared for that at the same time. But anyways, we managed to get through nights 3 and 4. I did better than I thought I was gonna do. I was honestly super terrified. My heart was jumping, it was skipping, it was like do 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 do. I was like, oh, my head, it was, you know, I got a ton of good jump scares in there. Yeah, it was damn scary. But to go back to what I was saying about Nightmare on Elm Street, I know I freaking just hop back into the game, but super excited for the new movie. It's coming out. I know it's not going to be out for like probably like 2 more years. I know the rights were just acquired by Paramount, the rights to the original screenplay. So there are some things about this I've been hearing online, especially when they're talking about the casting of Freddy Krueger. And they're like, oh, this guy's got to be like the right combination of scary and funny. And I'm like, no, they can't go funny with this A Nightmare on Elm Street, because the funny Freddy Krueger is copyrighted by not copyrighted, but he's the property of New Line Cinema. They can't make Freddy like Freddy was in the sequels. He has to be like Freddy from the 1984 movie. Like when the rights reverted from New Line Cinema to the Craven estate, it was only for that first screenplay, that first movie. So we have a situation, it's like with the Child's Play remake, where they had the rights to the first movie, but Don Mancini has the rights to all the sequels, so like they had to make like their own original version. Well, it's like that, but the thing about this is that with the Nightmare on Elm Street, it's being developed or produced by the Craven estate. So like they're gonna do it, you know, in the way that Wes Craven would have wanted it. That being said, if they're gonna be taking it from the vein of Wes Craven and they're gonna be making it closer to the screenplay, the thing is that from what I know about Freddy, like I'm a big Freddy geek. You know, it's my favorite all-time movie, horror series. I watch it every year no, multiple times a year, honestly. I just started watching it again today with the first one. I'm going to be watching it all through work and stuff. Like, it's going to be so much fun. But, like, what I was saying, though, was that, like, they're going to be. I know the first movie is very close and faithful to the original screenplay. However, there were limitations with the budget, and there was studio intervention by New Line Cinema, by the executive producers Bob Shaye. They, like, for instance, something that's famously known is that Wes Craven and Bob Shaye did not agree on the ending, right? So, like, whereas Wes Craven wanted to leave things a little bit more ambiguous, where the audience wasn't sure whether Nancy succeeded in defeating Freddy, like, by taking away his energy, and just like they don't know if it was like all really just all a dream, or if she's actually still asleep, or like if it was all a dream, or if everything's real. It's like, it was more ambiguous. But, like, anyways, but I feel like this is an opportunity for them to really make something new. Like, there's so many different ways that they could go about this. I know they said that they're going to make a completely new story, right? So, like, they're going to be taking the logic and the premise, and they're going to be running with that from the original screenplay, which is great. They can abandon all the stuff, all the lore in the sequels we could forget about, because Paramount does not own the rights to it. So, like, so Dream Warriors, Kristen Parker, Alice Johnson, the Dream Demons that they introduced in Freddy's Dead, like, all that lore, just throw it out the window. It's no longer canon. So, like, they're just gonna, like, basically, it's gonna be a reboot in the vein of, like, Halloween. But this is not gonna be a requel, from what I understand of it now. It's not gonna be like a legacy sequel, although if they did want to go that route, I know they're penning the script right now, they could do that. Like, technically they could make a sequel to the 1984 movie, because they own the rights to the first movie. So if they wanted to make a sequel, they could do a remake, they could do a sequel to the first movie where it's like a direct sequel. So, like, Nancy could potentially come back, and she could be, helping some new Elm Street kids or something like that. They would just have to, abandon the lore that was established in Dream Warriors, where it was like he was only going after these specific, or only could go after these specific Elm Street kids, or or like how with Alice was needed in order for him to expand beyond the circle of Elm Street kids. Like, they would have to abandon all that, but they could potentially do that if he found a way to come back and Nancy didn't truly defeat him. If they wanted to bring her back, they could do a sequel, they could do something that way. Highly unlikely, though. I doubt that they will take that route, because I feel like the trend is we're sort of like aging out of this legacy sequel trend. Like, it's been done, the requels, like, it's been done so many times before. Like Halloween was like, probably in horror, for especially Halloween, is what sort of got this train going. That was in 2018. That was almost 10 years ago. I feel like requels are sort of like going out of style, but they could always go that route. If we wanted to bring back Heather Langenkamp and we wanted Nancy to be a part of this again, like, they totally could do it, and it would be a great way to honor Wes Craven. I would watch it no matter what. No matter what the fuck they make, I'm gonna watch that movie. Like, Freddy has got my heart. I'm a ride or die. But, they said that they're going to make it an all-new story, set in the same universe as the first film. So I think that, like, it could be a sequel. I think it could be a sequel that takes place, like, modern day, decades after the first killings in 1984. They could potentially do a cameo of Nancy, or if they said something like or it could just be a reboot that's based off the first script, with the premise, retaining the core premise, and like restoring parts of the screenplay that weren't used in the 1984 theatrical cut, which was like, Freddy not like being an actual pedophile instead of a child killer. That was like, but that's something they already used in the 2010 remake. I don't think they would Well, that was Wes Craven's like original intent behind the character. So I don't know. There's so many different ways they could go about it. I just really hope that what whoever they choose to direct this film, I think it's like so important. Like, I can't stress it enough that they have to find the right director for this movie. Atmosphere and psychological horror or terror are going to be the keys here. They're going to need to know how to masterfully craft atmosphere and psychological terror if they're going to nail this right, especially with the dream sequences and the dream logic. And I can already imagine they're probably going to use a mix. I really hope it's not heavy CGI. I want to see a good use of practical effects. The CGI in the remake, 2010 remake, was not bad. It was actually pretty good, better to me actually than some of the CGI we see today. I feel like a lot of like newer CGI is kind of like off-putting. I mean, even watching like House of the Dragon yesterday, the freaking CGI with Caraxes was just like, oh my god, so underwhelming compared to like season 8 Game of Thrones with Dany riding Drogon over King's Landing. I was like, dude, like, where have we fallen off when it comes to these damn fucking video effects? Seriously, we gotta like, man, dude, we gotta really do better. But nonetheless, the new director has to really know atmosphere and they have to know psychological terror. I say psychological terror as well because we're talking about nightmares, and nightmares are all embedded into the subconscious and the psyche of the dreamer, right? So like, we really need Freddy to use this person's fears against them in order to trap them, to kill them, to really amplify the fear, so that way he can get his get his rocks off, for Christ's sake. Like, he's trying to, the fear is what fuels him, what gives him his power. So in order for him to like maybe like introduce the aspect that like the stronger the fear, the more intense the kill, or like maybe if they're not scared enough, he can't kill them, right? Kind of like how they did in like what's it called, Freddy versus Jason. But like, they never really fully said it like that. They never said like, they knew that they had to believe in him. They had to think he was real and that he had to exist in order for him to actually successfully kill someone. But they never established that it was the fear that made the killing possible. And I think that is more alluded to and touched upon in the first movie. And it's because what inspired Wes Craven to write the first movie in the first place was because this guy in, what was it, Thailand? Or no, it was Cambodia. Right. So like, it was in Cambodia, these people that survived something. What was it called? I'm having a hard time placing it, but it was in Cambodia. There was a guy who was drinking tons of coffee, who didn't want to go to sleep. He was having tons of nightmares, and he was suffering from like intense sleep paralysis, I think, and he ended up dying in his sleep. So like, that inspired Wes Craven to write the film, like dying in your sleep. And this is something that fascinates me a lot too, is because I've had periods in my life where I've had chronic sleep paralysis, and I've had some crazy ass dreams and crazy ass nightmares. And in this one particular apartment in college, in particular Sanctuary Lofts, I was like plagued by nightmares or sleep paralysis or some type of freaking, I could have sworn that it was haunted. We were right next to a funeral home, and I was like feeling tons of shit. I was like sleeping with a pillow in front of my face every night because I was so scared of that I was gonna wake up in the middle of the night and see something I didn't want to see, or hear something I didn't want to hear, or feel the freaking lick on the back of my neck. That one time I got fucking paralyzed and they wrapped their arm around me. It's so real. It was so real, so vividly real. And I think that like, if they can really touch on that, the psychological terror, if they can really harness the aspect of like your subconscious and your fear turned reality, like, oh man, they can make Freddy so scary, right? Like, there's so much to pull from, especially with like with our deeper knowledge of sleep paralysis and understanding of like, you know, all the different things, like the Hat Man. I think that was like also like, you know, sort of like what inspired the fedora and stuff like that. Like he was really trying to like, Wes Craven, he had a lot of great ideas, and I think that this movie has to excel in the psychological terror aspect, where we're using the subconscious and the fears of the dreamer to really empower Freddy to get the kill done. I don't think that he needs to be funny to be scary. I think that especially since Funny Freddy was an invention of the sequels, like from I'd say like 4 and beyond. I know he had some quips, like some funny lines in number 3, but I feel like he didn't get really funny until number 4, when he was given that sort of like James Bond energy with the glasses. I've watched the Never Sleep Again documentary so many times. Like I've studied these films. Like this shit is what I live for. It's what I've like all the horror in my writing, like the horror that I wrote into Duty Bound and in the Light Wings epic, and what I'm writing in horror, like in Bloodbound. All of that is really in like there are sequences, especially with the Sin of Pride, Lycoris. He's inspired by Freddy Krueger because he's the Phantom. He can invade your dreams. He can make you see things that aren't there. He can, you know, warp reality, and he can shapeshift. He could do a bunch of crazy shit like that. And his sin is pride because he uses your fears against you. He uses the things you're most insecure about in order to really poke at you, right? And that's how he fights Leo. And Leo has really intense pride, and he's the virtue of temperance, and that's how like they're fighting each other. But anyways, as I was saying, like getting into the psychological aspects of the dreams is going to be important, but he doesn't need to be funny to be scary. Like I think that in this film I think if they really just need to make him like how he was in the first film, where he's somewhat of a silent killer. Like he says some things but not totally. They don't need to establish Freddy Krueger as like this sort of like outside the box kind of villain. I think they could be something like not completely new, but something more in essence to the original screenplay, where he's more of an enigma and a force of nature rather than an antagonist or an actual character. Like he's supposed to be like a force of fucking nature. Like he is, you know, inevitability. He's death incarnate, something you can't avoid, because that's exactly what sleep is. That's exactly what sleep is. They call it the little death. It's, you know, you can't not go to sleep. Like it's physically impossible. Your body will fucking shut down. You have to sleep. Same way death is inevitable. You can't escape it. So like that's that they like whoever they get to play Freddy, I feel like that's like the least important thing. Like casting Freddy, of course, is super important. Everybody's gonna be talking about this probably for fucking they're gonna be talking about who needs to be Freddy Krueger up to the point they actually choose somebody. But most important, I think the first thing they need to figure out is who the fuck's gonna direct the movie, because they need to make sure they got the atmosphere on lock and they got the psychological terror. They also need to make sure that the script adheres, or like that it honors the integrity of the original screenplay, meaning that like they stick to the dream logic and lore that the original screenplay established. They make things fear-based. They keep things slightly ambiguous, and please develop the characters before you start killing them. Like I feel like that was not there in the 2010 remake. Like they just straight off the bat they wanted to have an opening kill with Dean, and like that was super awesome. I really liked that, but you didn't really see the kids like bond with each other. They weren't really friends at all, and I thought that was super weird. I did not like that. I felt like they grew up with each other, but they didn't know each other, right? Like they were forced to forget each other. That was like, I get where they were trying to do with that, but it just didn't mesh well. Like, they really needed to develop the characters before the first kills happen, and like, they have to really like establish what their insecurities are beforehand, because I feel like the sequels did do that, a lot of that too. Like, think about Debbie and how they used bugs as a means to really, or freaking Sheila with her asthma, or but the thing is like, they're not always fears, but they're insecurities, right? So like, playing on that, the subconscious, the psychological terror, like that atmosphere, and the director, but the director has to know how to control both those things, how to work within both those lines. Man, dude, there's just so many thoughts I have about this. I could just go on and on and on and on about it, but like, I feel like finding the right director is more important than finding the right Freddy, and then the right director will find the right Freddy. But I don't think I don't think he needs to be funny. I don't think he needs to be funny. Like, the new line, like, they used a lot of the lines from the sequel. They used a lot of the lines from the new line continuity in the remake, like, oh, how's this for a wet dream? It's yeah, I get it, it's iconic, it's cemented in, but it's a new line cinema invention. If they're wanting to make this true to the Craven's original vision, adhere to the original screenplay, base it off of his original premise and idea, then they're gonna abandon everything that New Line introduced. They're gonna embrace ambiguity. They're gonna focus on the atmosphere. They're gonna focus on making Freddy a force of nature, inevitability, like, sleep as he's an inevitability, something you can't quite escape, and like, honing in on psychological terror, so that way they can they can utilize like sleep paralysis or sleep disorders, like go into like the real psychology of a lot of these things, and understand, like, like, what causes sleep paralysis, what causes the fears and the nightmares, like what really amplifies. Because I know whenever I have a night terror, and that's why it's called a night terror, like, you can feel it come over you, like, out of nowhere. It amps up super fast. It's so crazy, because I would be in a dream, and then as soon as shit starts to change and you lose control, it's just a sharpness right in the chest, and you can feel vibrations in your head, and you're like, oh no, like, the fear is striking, and that's what paralyzes you, and you can't escape from it. You have to wait till it passes, and you're hearing things, you're seeing shit, and sometimes you're like, and it's like you have one foot in the dream and one foot out of it, and you're like sort of in this weird limbo, and it's absolutely terrifying. And just knowing how to use, amplify Freddy's powers through fear, I think that's gonna be super important. But I feel like it's just more important that he's scary, and that he's like a force of nature. He's inevitability, something you can't escape. And keep the true vision, because I feel like Wes Craven, when he created the character or created the original movie, like, he had a really strong vision for what he wanted from the character, what he was supposed to be, and I think that's what they should run with. And I feel like there are a lot of people who might be disappointed with the casting, or if they like the direction that they go with this movie, if they go in with the idea that Freddy is supposed to be this character that they know from all the sequels. Like, they have to understand that with the way the rights are set up, they can only create a movie based off the first film. Paramount can only make a movie based off the first film, unless they buy Warner Brothers Discovery. Then all shit's out the door. If that deal pans out, then they could do whatever the fuck they want. But as of now, as it stands, they can't use anything from parts 2 through 8. They can only adapt the first film. Freddy was not funny in the first film. Freddy was sick, sadistic. He actually was kind of like you know, he was kind of a creep. You know, the way he killed Tina, like the way it sort of, you know, the way it looked, the way he goes after Nancy in the boiler room. Um, he's lurking, he's creeping, he's freaking you out, but he's not like not funny. You know, he's not quit. He's not like busting out one-liners. He's cackling and woo. He's like more like a boogeyman than anything. So like I feel like a lot of people are gonna be, you know, like, oh well, Freddy's funny, or you know, like there has to be the right combination of funny and scary. I'm like, no, he doesn't have to be funny. If they're gonna make it like the original script, he's not gonna be funny. That was a new line invention. That was a version of the character that was not in the original script. He's was built like a force of nature, built like inevitability. Ultimately, was like a boogeyman, but he was not meant to be funny, not ever. So, like, that's why I feel like it's really important that they find the right director, because the right director who understands atmosphere, who understands psychological terror, who can do the research about sleep disorders, sleep paralysis, understand true dream logic. Man, this movie's, there's so many possibilities. There's so many things that like I have high hopes for it, because I just hope whoever works on this movie really considers all the angles, like all the angles of what it possibly could be. I think I'm going to be creating a lot of videos about this too, because I'm over here theorizing. I'm thinking about all the things that they could potentially make from this new Freddy film. And I just really want it to be the best, because I don't want to go another, like, what was it, 16 years without another Freddy movie. Like, this one should span what is it, spawn sequels of its own. It's, yeah, but finding the right director, that is number one. Then they could go and focus on finding their their Freddy, and then their final girl, right? And I say final girl because it might not necessarily be Nancy. It might not be a remake. It could be set in, and that's something they said too. It could potentially be set in the same universe as the first film, meaning it could be potentially a sequel or a prequel. It could be either of those. I don't think prequel would work, because I mean, they don't want to go too far back, right? Like, he was killed. Like, there's no, I feel like it works better if like, they didn't really establish that he was killing kids before he started before he killed Tina and started killing the other ones. Like, before he killed Tina, they never established they never established when he started killing kids in dreams, right? They kind of tried to do that in 2010, where they're like, oh, like, they had that picture and she just crossing off all the names of all the people that were already dead. So like, I don't think they could do a prequel. They could definitely do a sequel. I don't know if it'll be a legacy sequel. I know, what is it, Heather Langenkamp said she would come back for a legacy sequel. I think that would be super cool if they did. If they do a sequel, go the sequel route, where it's like in the same universe as the first film. The events of the first film happened, and this, you know, Freddy's back and doing shit again. That potentially has some teeth. But you know, I think bringing Heather Langenkamp back and not bringing back Robert Englund, just not a good look. Like, it's just not a good look. It would be really cool, and I you know, I would honor the decision. I would go see the movie, and I support it wholeheartedly, because I love Heather Langenkamp. I love Nancy, and I just love the series in general. I just don't think that, like, bringing her back and not bringing Robert, or then recasting Freddy, like, it wouldn't be the showdown that we were all expecting. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't be like, because even when they brought Laurie Strode back in the new Halloween trilogy, they brought back the original guy who played Michael Myers in the first Halloween movie, and they did that, you know, like, what was it, Nick Castle? They brought him back to play Michael Myers. And I think even though Michael is a masked killer, I think the fact that they did that honors the original, like, so much better than trying to create something new. Yeah, or not create something new, but it's so much better than, what is it, recasting it puts the antagonist, the original antagonist and protagonist against each other, which I think is much better than not. Just a second. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, I think that, yeah, like bringing back the original protagonist and antagonist in the same movie, I think that's a much better move than recasting one of them and bringing the other one back. So a sequel, let's not rule it out. Could potentially happen. Another film in the same universe as the first movie. They could not bring Nancy back and just recast Freddy and still have that exist within the same continuity as the first movie. That could also be another scenario that we can explore. However, that in and of itself has its own set of like ick, right? Because it's still like, oh, but all this other stuff already happened, and like what happened to Nancy? It opens too many questions. So there's also the, not the possibility, but the most likely route is that it's a full-on reboot, and the full-on reboot is going to be just using the premise of the original script, which is Freddy, the fedora, the red and green sweater, the knife gloves, the dream logic, die in your dreams, you die for real, don't fall asleep, 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you, all that stuff, right? But a whole brand new set of kids. The kids, Elm Street, the parents killing Freddy, the whole 9 yards. However, it won't be a shot-for-shot remake. We're not going to see the same characters recycled from the first 1984 film. We're going to see brand new characters introduced, and it's going to be a fresh story, fresh generation, and it's going to be like a true reboot in that sense, but not less of a remake, more of a reboot, more of a reimagining than anything else. And I think that would probably be the best way to go. If Robert Englund is not going to come back truly as Freddy Krueger, if he's truly aged out of the role and he's retired, and I know Heather Langenkamp expressed interest in coming back as Nancy, I just feel like it wouldn't be right to bring Nancy back if Robert Englund couldn't come back as Freddy Krueger. Like, I as much as I love Heather Langenkamp, I just feel like it wouldn't feel authentic to me. It would when the showdown between Nancy and Freddy happened, I'm like, but that's not Freddy. That's not her Freddy. You know what I mean? So I think we should just rule that out. I just think that that's not the path to go down. Like, I respect the original movie, but let's not make this a legacy sequel. If it's going to be a sequel to the first movie, I think it should not include Nancy. But then we have to understand what happened to her. There might have to be some backstory. The new kids have to figure out what happened in 1984. All this stuff, like what stopped Freddy then? Why has he come back? They're just opens up a can of worms that might be too hard to streamline, too hard to write into the next movie. So let's rule that out too. There's just too much going on, too convoluted. If it's a sequel and not a legacy sequel, but exists within the same timeline as the original film, it just opens up a whole lot of can of worms, and at the same time not bringing Robert Englund back as Freddy Krueger. It's, just leaves a bad taste in the mouth. Let's make it something separate from the 1984 film. If it's something separate from the 1984 film, and we're just taking the core premise or the rules and the rules, if we're taking the rules and the antagonist as Freddy is and how he was established in the original movie, not funny Freddy, but I'm talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street 1 Freddy, and then introducing a new group of kids with their own insecurities, their own fears, something more modern, something that embraces more psychological terror, we might be cooking something there. But anyways, those are just my thoughts on the movie. I know I was like a little bit I'm still just like sort of like trying to come to terms with it myself. I'm trying to wrap my head around that idea that there's another Nightmare on Elm Street film coming out, and that there's going to be so many theories about what it's going to be. But all I know is that the director needs to be the right guy. It can't be a 2010 scenario where we're going to just tell this guy who makes music videos to make a surreal ass movie, and him just sort of drop the ball because he doesn't understand atmosphere or psychological terror or character development enough to understand that we need to establish these characters. They have to know each other. They have to have insecurities, fears, and they have to have those fears turned and used against them in order to for these kills to really be effective. Like, they dropped the ball there, and I didn't think it was like all bad of a movie, but it was just not a good Nightmare on Elm Street film. I think like it was like good on paper but bad in execution. That was like 2010. We can just like, as good as the sequels are, and as much as I love them, they're just like, they're gonna be disconnected from this film. For better or for worse, we're just gonna have to accept that. Funny Freddy is out. Dark Freddy, Scary Freddy, the original OG Freddy, he is here to stay, and that's the one they're gonna be pulling from. They're not gonna be pulling from the New Line or New Line Cinema invention or creation that came about in the sequels. They're gonna be pulling directly from the OG script. That said, those are the 3 points. Find the director. Make sure he's a master of atmosphere and psychological terror. He understands character development, understands how fears and insecurities work, and make the dream sequences rooted in the subconscious. Make them surreal as fuck. Turn those fears against the dreamers. Enhance the dream logic. Maybe add a little bit of lore. More lore, expanded lore. But make it more psychological. Not this dream demon shit that we got in Freddy's Dead. Not that. Like, no. All that. Then find your Freddy Krueger and understand that he needs to be played. He needs to be played in the vision Wes Craven had originated for the character, meaning that he's darker. He acts as a force of nature. He's death incarnate. And he's an inevitability. Like, you have to fall asleep. Like, it's inevitable. You cannot escape him. That's why he's a force of nature. That is what makes him truly scary. Like, he's not something you can run away from. You can't run away from your dreams. You don't even have fully control of your dreams. You can lucid dream to a certain degree, but to be honest, like, it's your subconscious. Everything's turning against you. Like, that's the reality of dreams. You can't really, like, dreams are there because they're just an evolutionary trait to teach us how to overcome different scenarios, or where we're facing parts of ourselves that we might not fully realize in our waking world. Like, those are ideas that the director needs to fully understand, and that's going to add to the atmosphere. That's going to add to how the movie looks, how the movie sounds. The score has to be fucking good too. Like, sound design needs to be on par. That's all about atmosphere, dude. Atmosphere is what's going to make this movie fucking solid. And then what is it? But yeah, the character of Freddy needs to adhere to how he was in the original script, protect the integrity of the original script. Try to like the original vision Wes Craven had. It's gonna be really hard to replicate. That's why I think going the reimagining route, reimagine what A Nightmare on Elm Street is, will do so much better than making it a requel or a legacy sequel or just a sequel in general, or even a prequel. Like, make it a reimagining, because if you reimagine Freddy, if you bend the rules a little bit, you take the core premise and you throw a twist or a spin on it, like, you can really make it something new, something darker, something scarier. There's so much we could do with it, just because think about dreams, just it's so expansive. There's so many possibilities. It's endless. So I think I'm going to be talking about this movie a lot just because I love Freddy Krueger. It's my favorite movie of all time. It's my favorite movie series. It's what inspires the horror in my writing. It's what I draw from when I'm writing scenes, or like, you know, my screenplay like Barati, which I just wrote just last month and submitted to Slam Dance. What is it? You know, I wrote a psychological horror movie, and there are aspects of it that are inspired by, like, and it will, like, it's not that inspired by Freddy Krueger because there's no dream sequences, but the atmosphere, the oppressive atmosphere, the surrealness of certain scenarios, and how the kills happen, like, that shit's inspired by Freddy Krueger, because it's about turning fears and insecurities against people, right? Turning the sins of the humans, you know, like it's you know, turning the sins of the dreamer against them would be another cool twist to go about it too. You know, Wes Craven was really big into the religious gothic aspects of stuff. You know, that's why the whole, like, what's it called? He's had that whole thing about, like, you know, now I lay me down to sleep. You know, like, he had something about that rhyme. It's a recurring motif in a lot of his work. Before I wake, you know, all that shit. Like, I used to say that every single night. My dad used to have me say that prayer before bed whenever I was a kid. So, yeah, those are just things that resonate. But those are my thoughts on the movie. I know I've been going on about it for like half an hour, but dude, I'm just so excited. Just so fucking excited about the movie. It's going to be the best thing ever once it's out. And if they just find the right director and they just make it right, just Paramount, don't fuck it up, dude. Don't fuck it up. And when I say find the right director, find the right director. We don't need another Scream 8 fucking scenario where you're like, oh, dude, we really just need to get these people back in the door to, you know, so they went and got Kevin Williamson. They're banking on nostalgia. Like, this movie does not need nostalgia. There are so many people hungry for a fucking Nightmare on Elm Street film. Just fucking make it original, make it authentic to original vision, make Freddy a force of fucking nature just as he was intended to be, and find a director who knows atmosphere and psychological terror, and you're solid. It's not that fucking hard. There's a fucking formula to this shit. And just go in with the expectation that he's not going to be the Freddy that you remember most likely. Well, if you remember the first film Freddy, yeah, like, he could be very much like that Freddy, maybe even darker and scarier than that Freddy, but he's not going to be funny Freddy. There's not going to be this whole balance between funny and scary. Like, that doesn't need to exist. He's got to be a boogeyman. He has to be 100% scary. He's a fucking force of nature. Do not take that away from him. Anyways, that's just my spiel. Thank you for listening to me rant. If you're new to Mog Plays, thanks for watching. It's been a scary stream. This is the stuff nightmares are made of. That's why we're playing Five Nights at Freddy's tonight, because Freddy Krueger is fucking back. Not Freddy Fazbear, Freddy Krueger, but we're playing this Freddy Fazbear's game anyways. But nonetheless, thanks for watching. This is your boy Mog signing off. It's always a pleasure getting to watch you, play games with you guys. So thanks for watching. And hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more Mog Plays. And we'll be back with some more Five Nights at Freddy's another time. But until then, adios, good night,